Welcome back to Project 613. Today we learn one mitzvah all about the adjustable offering. What's an adjustable offering? Well, we learned previously that usually when a person would commit a sin inadvertently, he would bring a sin offering to the temple. This was a set offering. It was an animal that was offered up on the altar. But there are certain specific prohibitions in the Torah that if a person violates them, then his offering is adjustable. An adjustable meaning that depending on the financial situation of the individual, that would depend on what kind of sacrifice he has to bring. If he is wealthy and can afford, he would bring an animal. If he cannot afford an animal, he would bring birds. And if he cannot even afford birds, then he would bring a meal offering. This is why it's called a korban ole v'yored. So loosely translated as adjustable, but literally ole means it goes up and yored means it goes down, meaning the value goes up or down depending on the individual who is bringing this sacrifice and depending on his financial situation. Now the Rambam gives us 4 examples of mitzvot that if a person violates, they would have to bring this sort of sacrifice. Number 1, if a person who inadvertently entered the Holy Temple while he was ritually impure, which we know is forbidden to enter the temple when ritually impure, but if someone did, then he would have to bring this sacrifice. The second is if someone ate from the sacrificial offerings when he was in a state of ritual impurity. The third is if a person swore to do or to not do something and then inadvertently violated his vow. And the fourth is if someone was called by his friend to testify on his friend's behalf for something that he witnessed, and he falsely swore that he didn't have any information to testify about. So these individuals have to bring this korban ole v'yored, this adjustable sin offering. Now, why is it that for the vast majority of sins in the Torah, a person just brings a set offering, and only these 4? There is this allowance given. It depends on the person's financial situation. One of the reasons that's been given for this is that these 4 examples were things that in the time of the temple were very, very common. And because they were so common, it would be impossible for people to be able to keep up with the amount of sacrifices if everyone would have to bring an animal sacrifice each time that they would inadvertently violate any of these 4. It actually wouldn't be possible for people to be able to keep up with that. And that's why with these 4 specifically, that are fairly common for people to make a mistake about. This is why in these situations, the Torah gives us allowance and allows for the adjustable sacrifice where, depending on the person's financial situation, he would bring a sacrifice accordingly. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.